Okay, and the next matchup is going to be, well, it was going to be Timothy and Rambo Joey. But from what I can see right now, our friend Timothy is not online.
Well,
so are we going to proceed to game 4?
Well, if the tank is
With-
and Misteryo are in the game, I think it's safe to do match D from the group.
Right.
I think we can safely go to match D, which is the TheTank77 and Misteryo.
Inviting Tank right now. You should have an invitation just right about now. Waiting for him to accept.
So Bodman
Where's
and
Mr.
Cheesix
Okay.
will meet in the first match of the quarterfinals. I don't think anybody suspected that Bodman's gonna 2-0 a Derp 82. Took him really long to get that last 300 health down. He missed a lot of shots, but finally he did pin him and secured the match-winning kill. 2-0. Double 2-0 right now.
Yep, with Bodman's winning game 1.
And
game
winning
2,
game
rather.
2.
And Cheesix winning game 2. With 2-0, both of them winning 2-0. Now it's gonna be game 4, the Tank versus Misteryo. Waiting for player picks. Seems like Misteryo is opting for the KV1, while the Tank is still really unsure. Just waiting for his response right now. Okay, both players decided the tanks. The tank going with the T1, which is... let me check. Yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting matchup. What do you think, Canz? KV1 versus the T1.
KV1 versus the T1. The T1 is my all-time favorite tier 5 tank.
Yeah, you were boasting that the T1 eats KV1s for breakfast.
If
So
you
how do you think this is gonna play out?
play it the right way, the correct way for that tank to play is slightly angle, like you don't want to over angle. You want to keep your front to the KV1 and slightly angle and move forwards and backwards. Spam that W and S key. So what your enemy is trying to do, he's going to try to hit your front. And your front is a weak spot, but only on some tiny little bits. And the KV1, if it's not going to shoot gold, and we know he's not going to shoot gold in this tournament, he's going to have a very hard time trying to pen that upper front plate. The best bet is to shoot the sides or try to pen the turret ring. Because the T1 heavy from the front is unstoppable and has a really good gun if you have vents. If you have a vents setup, you're gonna have a really beastly tank.
So, game number 3. The TheTank77 versus Misteryo 2-1-2-1. While Misteryo is in his mighty KV1 and the Tank in his American T1. This is going to be really interesting. Like Canz said, the T1, if played correctly, can be really, really bouncy. However, KV1, if you don't have gold, and in this tournament gold is prohibited, there's no way you're going to pen the front of a KV1 turret. So if he manages to find himself cooled down, behind a pile of rubble or something, KV1 is going to be unkillable unless the T1 gets in his face and manages to hit his upper plate. I mean, by upper plate, I mean the straight up one with the machine gun there.
And that's where T1 heavy shines, because it's so much faster than the KV1. It's much more agile.
It has a decent DPM as well.
The question now is Misteryo using
aware of that.
the howitzer?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Using
He's
the
using
85.
He's using the 85 millimeter.
So this is going to be interesting.
So Misteryo.
Opting to go for the banana while the tank is going down the K line. Seems like Misteryo really wants to start the engagement early, or is just opting to go hold down. Yeah, he's gonna go and try to go hold down before that rubble, hoping to spot the tank charging him and just exchange shots without taking any damage. However, this is the trick. The tank, what he's doing, he's gonna be spotting the middle using this very ramp. And he's going to be trying to do some early spotting, hoping to see, I don't know, Misteryo trying to cross or go into a different position. Well, it doesn't provide any real, spotting. You can spot the middle, some between the windows. It's limited, but it provides that safe spot. However, both players right now are just happily in the little camping spots, jerking away, waiting for their shots.
Well, Misteryo, to be fair, Misteryo did what it's whoops, underground again. Misteryo did exactly how you should play a KV1 in this type of engagement. He went into the banana, he tried to side scrape, and the tank was no slouch either. He knows he cannot win it with a side scrape in KV1. So instead, he opted to go through the into the window and try to snipe because he has a much more faster firing gun, and he can out DPM him from the get-go.
Since Misteryo moved at the same time the tank did, they're not gonna spot each other. At this point, if the tank stayed, he would have spotted him. However, Misteryo decided to move and just check his flank to not get
They're gonna spot each other now. I'm pretty sure they're gonna see each other. They did.
In upfront combat. This is gonna be really interesting. Misteryo should have just went forward and had to side scrape.
Oh, he over-angled. The T1 heavy over-angle gets pen really easy.
Right, Misteryo is angling really well. This is gonna be a serious problem for the tank to penetrate and side scraping.
I don't think the tank has any chance of getting out of this corner.
No, he should opt about going around instead. Although Misteryo tracks him. Oh.
The tank has to keep his front.
Yeah.
Point it towards the KV1. That's how you do it. No, you don't. He gets penned.
That's basically game now. Misteryo had way too much free shots on the tank.
And he's gonna side scrape now.
And I was just gonna side scrape him to death with his 4.5 second reload and
Russian bias, ladies and gentlemen. Russian bias over here. The KV1 is gonna side scrape his way out of this and win game one out of this matchup. Rippin' pepperonis, tank.
I need extra salami with that.
Extra salami. Misteryo drops one game from the tank. And he's only one more left.
1-0 to Misteryo. Misteryo opting to stick with the KV1 while still waiting for the tank's decision, but it looks like he might switch to his Churchill 1. However, I wouldn't think that'd be a good idea to pick a Churchill against the KV1 right now. Since the Churchill's turret is paper. Doesn't matter if you side scrape or not, the KV1 would be able to penetrate.
The problem with the Churchill 1 is you just shoot the turret, because the turret is flat.
Yeah, it's just
almost
too flat.
It has almost no armor at the front, at the turret. For some odd reason, if some dummies are gonna try to shoot the side of the front upper front plate of a side scraping Churchill 1, they're gonna automatically bounce if it's not HE. But the main strategy versus a Churchill 1 is you just shoot the turret. The turret is like butter to any tier 5 heavy tank or even mediums.
Even mediums don't struggle with the Churchill 1 turret. All you need is 100 pen and you're fine. You just go right through it. Soviet bias. Yeah, Soviet bias.
Russian bias. Okay, are the players ready? No, they're not.
The tank is still picking his Churchill 1 right now.
Why is it taking him so long?
Not the best PC potato? No idea. But I told him he's fine picking a Churchill. Okay. I switch sides. Just to make it fair.
Okay.
And start battle. Okay. So game 2. Out of best of 3, with Misteryo having the lead over Tank with 1 win. If he wins again, he wins by 2-all and progresses further, while the Tank would have to drop. The Tank opted to go with the Churchill, which is a really strange choice. Even though it has a slight HP advantage over KV1, it really does nothing better than the T1 in the first place. Yeah, it might have some more accuracy or some slightly more pen or something like or soft stats, but the Churchill one has a really terrible turret compared to the T1.
I mean, it has 2 guns, but it only uses 1. If only it could use the second one, that tank would be overpowered. Can you imagine 2 guns like this aimed at somebody's face?
That would be painful.
The bottom gun is like a 75mm.
Looks like it, yeah. Okay, enough of the
Tank is going into the banana. Misteryo is probably gonna do the same thing. He wants a head-on engagement while side scraping. He thinks he can do it. He's gonna go into the classic side scraping spot.
Misteryo is just gonna keep poking his turret, just peppering his turret.
And shooting the car for fireworks.
Special effects.
He spotted him. He's gonna try to shoot the Churchill one. And the tank is doing exactly the thing that we were saying that you should not do it in Churchill. He's exposing the only thing that could be penned the easiest from this tank, his turret. He's exposing his turret. That's a way to die in the tournament, guys. If you're driving a Churchill one, do not expose your turret like the tank is. This is basically 101 how to not play the Churchill one right now versus a KV1.
Have you seen the HD model on the Churchill one though?
Yes.
The tracks are decent.
Yeah, they are. That's the only thing decent about this tank in a match versus a KV1. He's trying to snipe his way out, and he bounces 1 hit.
This is not working well in the tank's favor. Misteryo is opting for the side scrape.
Misteryo dunks a shell into the ground.
Yeah, there's that one spot on the rubble which you think you can shoot through, but no, you can't. Invisible walls, guys, invisible walls. So now it's just gonna be peekaboo with Tank not having. What did he pen him actually? Right now, I'm gonna have a look. He penned him in the turret, in the gun mantler. Well, not the gun mantler, but like the cheek next to it. I didn't expect that to work. That's almost an auto bounce if you don't aim at the center. Mysterio's getting tired of it. He's gonna chase him down. The tank
had enough of his rustling. He's gonna take the matters into his own guns.
Over Russell commands.
Over Russell.
This is the evening of our time. Misteryo is still being very cautious, even though he has 1 victory over the tank, and now it's going to be close and personal. Mysterio's rushing in. He's
gonna get right into his face.
Trading shots, although the tank's not going to have much success in this, and this engagement is pretty much over. Ladies and gentlemen, Misteryo wins 2-all. Yet again, another match.
There's another 2-0 into the tournament.